An epidural is a great tool to help preserve the birth experience if labor crosses the threshold from painful into suffering. Maybe an epidural is part of your partner's birth preferences or birth plan, or maybe she decides during labor. But nobody should have to suffer during labor, and thanks to modern medicine, we have that option. Oftentimes, an epidural allows the mama to relax, refocus, catch her breath, and rest. If it has been an especially long and hard labor, it also allows a mindset shift so that she can be in the best possible headspace when she finally gets to meet her baby. I'm going to briefly talk you through what it will look like for you during the placement of the epidural, and then what your job will be the rest of the labor until your baby is born. After the birthing person decides that it's time to get an epidural, if she hasn't been receiving liquids via an IV, she will need to receive usually at least the whole bag to increase her blood volume and reduce the likelihood of a severe drop in blood pressure. This usually takes at least 45 minutes, which means she expects and wants relief 5 minutes ago. So you need to step up and be there through every contraction until she gets the relief. When the anesthesiologist gets to the room, he will give everyone hairnets. Your partner will sit on the very edge of the bed, hunched over and rounding her back. You will be sitting directly in front of her. You won't have to see anything. Just look lovingly into her eyes. She will need to sit as still as possible, and you need to help her because she will still have to deal with the contractions while the anesthesiologist is working. So, tell her how great she is doing. Remind her that relief is coming very soon. Take her down memory lane. Maybe talk about the first day you met or her favorite vacation spot. Whatever you need to do to help her remain as still as possible. When the epidural is done, she should start feeling relief almost immediately. And now you can rest. Sort of. Ask for a peanut ball. The nurse should be able to help you set it up between your partner's legs. If not, you can refer back to this video or Google it quickly, and you should easily be able to set her up. The peanut ball is great for keeping her pelvis open and allowing baby to descend easier. She should keep this between her legs as much as she can stand it. And now you can rest for 30 to 60 minutes at a time. Just because your partner has an epidural does not mean she shouldn't keep moving as much as possible. Here's a picture with some ideas for positioning with an epidural. And remember, keep your partner moving every 30 to 60 minutes. Another thing you want to do is keep your partner cool. Your body doesn't sweat where it's affected by the epidural, which is usually right around your diaphragm and below. So your body can't regulate its temperature as efficiently, which is why a common side effect of an epidural is a fever. If a laboring person spikes a fever, she is assumed to have an infection, which often means they give her and the baby antibiotics, which is not ideal. So keep her cool. Don't pile on the blankets, just a sheet is good. And if you start to notice her temperature increasing, fan her or use cool washcloths like on her forehead, her neck to cool her off. Now let's talk about what she might be feeling and how you can best support her emotionally. She could be feeling relief, understandably so, but she could also be feeling like a failure or disappointed if she was hoping for an unmedicated birth. Stay positive. Tell her that she made the right decision and how well she is doing and how strong she is. Love her the best way you know how to. And get ready to meet your baby.